Hey guys, Tasha here. Good morning. I'm going to walk you through the three different stages of recruiting. And if you're a visual person, this is my gift to you. I'm going to draw you a flow chart so that you can see how people move through the three different stages of recruiting. And I have a pretty version here for you if you like flow charts. You can just type flowchart in the comments and we'll get you a link so you can download a pretty version. So I'm just going to go ahead and start drawing. If you're catching the audio, I think it'll be fine as we walk through the three different stages. Now, before I really get into it, the three stages are going to be invite, convert, or maybe what did I call it? Maybe I called it convert, invite, convert, and then start. Those are going to be three stages. And the goal is that you're able to start new builders every month. And so I'm just going to walk through a few definitions here. Let me pick a darker color. All right, so we have three. Let me just draw this for you, and then I'll draw the flow chart. So we have three stages. The first one is invite. The second stage is convert. And then the third stage is start. And this is designed, right, so that we can have new people start every month. So I just want you to take a minute and imagine if you had one new person start every single month, what would that look like? And I do want to define start. Start means they get their first either customer or builder. When we're starting and we're recruiting people, what we're doing is we're enlisting people into the cause, and there's a few different roles. And I think a lot of people really get too hung up on I need to make sure they're committed and they're all in it to win it, and then it just becomes really a very high pressure situation. So when we're talking about starting new people every month, getting their first customer builder every month, people then are going to shake out. Some people are going to like it, some people are not going to like it, some people are going to crush it, some people are going to really struggle, and that's going to be up to them. But our goal is that we start new people every month. So let me know in the comments if you are up for starting new people every month, but we want to be able to do this without chaos, right? Without massive like copy and paste messages and blitzes, and like we want to be able to keep a consistent flow throughout everything it is that we're doing. So let me show you how to do that through the different stages. So I'm going to draw like this. Let's do that. Right, and I'm just going to dot these just so you can see how the different stages look. Right, so we have over here, we have start. Here we have convert. Let me know if this is helping. And here we have invite. These are the three stages. Okay. So what we want to do here, let me make this a little bit bigger. I found a purple that I liked. Goes this one. Okay, so the core here is the convert section. And what we want to be able to do is we want to schedule recruiting conversations. And there's a few components that you really want to make sure are included in this conversation. The first one is an agenda. What are you going to cover? The second is gain their input, why they would want to do this. The third is what you would do. I'm going to run out of room. Yeah, yikes. And then the fourth here is how to start. And they're going to say yes, no, maybe, but there's a few different things that can happen, right? They're like meh, right? And they end up, product only for now, and that's fine. We're just going to keep nurturing them, and all is good. Now, there are a few different types of roles people can take in your business. It's not only serious business builder. because people operate in seasons all the time. And so a yes could be, they could become like a host or a connector or a promoter, right? That would be good if you had someone sending you people, or even like, I'll just call them like a one-hit wonder, where they host one event for you, bring in 5 or 6 customers, and that's kind of all they do. This is still recruiting. This is still enlisting people in the cause, and good things still come from that. The second type of role is a part-time builder, right? They have an income goal that's maybe 3 to 500 or 300 to $1,000, and they are excited about doing that. And then the last role here is full-time builder, except just something that I want to make sure that you understand is most people do not start off as full-time builders, because you just kind of interrupted their entire world. They right, they probably have a job or they have other responsibilities, and so they'll typically start as a host, right? They kind of move through this process, right? They might like go from here to here and here to here, over time. And what we're trying to get all these people to do, regardless of what their commitment level, is to have their first event where they invite their people to. And so as long as we're able to get a few of these a month, we'll end up starting new people every single month. So we have recruiting conversations. We go over the agenda, input what you would do, how to start, and then there's a few different roles that come in. So where do these people come from? One is at product enrollment, right? Basically, when they buy, we can ask, we can say, I don't want to make any assumptions. You want to know how it works to get free product or earn income with my particular company? They say yes, no, or maybe. And we say, well, usually what I do is set up a time to go over, why you would want to do this, what to do, and how to start. And then you can make the most informed decision. How does that sound? Something like that. You get a lot of positive responses because most people want to know versus not be in the know. And that's an option. Now, if they don't say yes to a recruiting conversation, right when they buy, that's fine. Hopefully we have like a second retention appointment and we can invite them again. If they don't agree to a recruiting conversation there, hopefully we're doing some customer outreach, right? And we can invite them from time to time, maybe every 2 to 3 months, as we're doing customer outreach. And then there are some people where you just want to, I just call them business first people, where you're like, I think I want to talk to them about business because it's such a good product. I think they would like it. And then we have some people there. So as long as you're continuing to meet people, as long as you're continuing to bring in new customers, as long as you're just keeping your eyes open for how do I, schedule 1 to 2 of these per week, right? You'll start to get a consistent flow if you're inviting 2 or 3 people from product enrollments, 2 or 3 people from second appointments, 2 or 3 people from customer outreach, or maybe 1 person from a business. Like you just think it would be a good fit for them and you just kind of want to go for it, invite them to a recruiting conversation. And so we have these 3 different stages: invite, convert, and start. We have these different touch points where we can invite people. So it's not like I need to go find builders. It's just as you're doing your day-to-day of the business, which is meeting new people, inviting them to learn about the products, following up with them, right? We start to integrate invitations to know about how to earn money or free product within that, right? We have a authentic, genuine conversation with how it would help them and what they would do and how to start. And then we invite them to host their first event, which it doesn't matter if they're super serious or not super serious. The event is the first step, which I think takes a lot of pressure off of the leaders as we go through this. So I wanted to show you that again. If you want a prettier version of it, just type flowchart in the comments here, and you can play with this, take notes, and all that. Next week, next Friday, March 4th, we are starting the Recruit Like a Boss Mastermind. It is super fun. It addresses both the mindset and the strategy around recruiting effectively and transforming your business. And we want to make sure that you are part of that. We only run that mastermind. It's only on the schedule one time per year. It's 8 weeks, and we cover do I even want to be a leader? Things like vision and what does it mean to be a network marketing leader. We cover what do I do if they say yes? Like, how does that start process work? What do I say? We cover, am I good enough to be a leader? Which, let's be honest, that's going to plague all of us. We're going to cover, does my recruiting conversation stink, right? Like, is it all over the place and super vague, or is it clear, concise, and gives good guidance? And then, am I even trying? We're going to cover that, and how to increase the number of recruiting conversations. So if you guys want the flowchart that I drew, but in a nice version, just type flowchart. If you want to recruit like a boss, shoot me a message, or Karen Hammond a message, or leave a comment that says recruit like a boss. Even if you have taken this mastermind in the past, if you've been in our sphere for any time in the past 6 years, with everything that's been going on with the pandemic, it might be good to go back through again. And we're recommending this for a lot of people to just, get all that stuff back settled. So just let us know if you want the flowchart, again, flowchart. And if you want to recruit like a boss, let me know. Send me a message, recruit like a boss, or leave a comment, and we'll just let you know how that works. And then you can decide for yourself. Hope you guys all have an awesome day, and hopefully we'll talk soon.